Hi, guys. Thank you for joining me for another episode where we discuss an issue or a topic that's been bothering me for a while. Today, I want to talk about time and the significance of it to human beings. We human beings are very complicated creatures, and our relationships are complicated. One of them, of course, being our relationship with time. I definitely consider myself to be one of those people that has fought her whole life to define what her relationship with time is. And I think it's because of a number of reasons. Now, if you can relate to this video, or if you ever felt that you were running out of time, had too much time, or time was against you, or the timing wasn't right for something in your life, it goes back to the same circular pattern of timing. And time is a running theme in our lives. So, of course, it is important to me. And I wanted to break down three of the reasons why I believe we do have complicated relationships with time. First of all, I'm just gonna consult my notes real quick. Um, I just want to say that it has a lot to do with your upbringing. Let's say you grew up in a controlling household, such as myself, where you're always told what to do, or your timeline is restricted. Like you have a strict schedule. You go to school, you come back. It's always the same routine, and not because anybody's trying to force that discipline down your throat or something, but more so because that's how you are as a kid. You always have that pattern set, and that can contribute to us having a sort of anxious relationship with time, where we always feel like we're rushed, or like we have to get somewhere quick, and like we tend to rush ourselves, and we rush the people around us, including our friends and our family and our loved ones. And it's not something that we are consciously aware of unless we really pay attention. And I think if you trace back to a time in your life, let's say when you were a kid, was there any time when an adult told you to go away, they're busy? Or if you tried to ask for help on like your homework, or try to ask help on some kind of activity that you wanted to do, like let's say you wanted to paint a picture and needed help with somebody, did they tell you they didn't have time? And those same messages, they're ingrained in our memory. So let's say the people around you were always rushed all the time, and you had those grade type A type parents or family members, then of course you will always feel like you're rushed. You'll always feel like you're bound to miss something. And in the end, it does contribute to a lot of anxiety that exists on our planet today. This feeling of being rushed. And it's time for a water break. So, the second thing I really wanted to bring up was that time basically, it's probably the most serious reason why I'm almost scared of time, because it's relentlessly linear. And what I mean when I say it's relentlessly linear is that no matter what point you are in your life, like let's say you're really like at a low point in your life, or you're at a high point, like something really good is going on, it's still gonna pass. And that's the sad part. And really, like, I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. It's really sad that if you're going through a traumatic loss, like, people will tell you to just, oh, get over it. Get over it. It's just a hump, whatever. But you can't go back and circle back to that moment in time when that traumatic experience happened. You cannot change it. But at the same time, it's kind of like people rush you because they didn't live in that time space continuum where that traumatic event happened. So they have no idea what happened in that sequence. And they can't go back either, right? So it's kind of very, how do I explain it? It's just not something that anybody else could relate to, because that's your time and space sequence and they weren't present in it. And that's another reason that time is scary, and we have a love-hate relationship with it, because it's very relentlessly linear and we're expected to go along with everything it does to us and everything that happens to us in that time and space. So but you're expected to recover in a linear pattern as well. Whereas you are not time, you are mortal. So you're gonna recover in your own time and space continuum, on your own time, in your own way. And a lot of the stuff that you'll do when you're trying to get over something, or when, like, let's say you didn't get that job promotion you wanted, let's say that application to another country, getting a visa or a travel visa failed, it was denied. Or I'll give you the more popular example. Let's say you had a breakup or a divorce. It's gonna take time to get over that incident, but it's your like healing period is not linear. Only time is linear. So it's almost like you're catching up with time, but you can never catch up with time because it's linear and we function in continuous ways, like in cycles. So just that part of it like makes me really hate time. And another reason, and I'm sure it makes you hate it a little bit too, like I don't think I'm the only one. And the last thing I wanted to say was that time is complicated and our relationship with time is complicated because time is precious, and it's also not just linear, not just relentlessly linear, it's also finite. And what that means is there's only a limited amount of time that we have on earth, each and every single one of us. That really scares me. And not just in an existential crisis kind of way. It scares me that we don't know how much time we have left on this planet, and yet we squander it and we take it for granted, and me especially, and other people too, and we don't value it, we don't cherish it. But the thing is, like, time is a non-renewable commodity and the most precious one we have. And like, as many times as we time as many times as we say it or like think it, we still don't really value the actual incredible reality of it, the fact that one day we won't have any time, and it's like this ticking sandbox. Not sandbox, but you know what I mean. But I mean, that's a good thing and a bad thing. Like, it's a good thing in a way that it gives us a motivation, a sense of purpose to like go out there and get stuff done. But it's bad because it makes us sad. It makes us question our mortality and reflect upon it. And who wants to do that? We want to be busy and preoccupied all the time because nobody wants to address the black hole that is our existence. And that is probably the most important reason that time is complicated and our relationship to it is complicated. Now, I did want to mention that with all this talk about what time isn't for us and how it falls short, I also wanted to mention that I'm still grateful to time because I have I have learned a great bit, and from the passage of time, I've been able to grow as a person. I've been able to grow as a daughter, a sister, a friend, a leader. Like, it's just been, time is very important no matter how much we love it or hate it or do that both of those at the same time. I'm happy that time has allowed me to learn to be more humble, and time has let me be more brave, more courageous, and time has allowed me to heal. And most importantly, it has given me grace. And I think that time has a lot of redeeming qualities. And whether we want to or not, we are stuck with it till the end of time. So, without saying that word way too many times, I said it again. I just wanted to wrap up with letting you guys know that I'd love to hear what your viewpoint is and what you think the passage of time in your lives has done for you. Whether it has allowed you to close certain chapters of your life, or have you been kind of stuck in the same loops. And I know that like reading your responses will really help me clear my understanding of time further, and it will help move us all along on this journey through time and space. And I wish you guys all the best. Have a great weekend. And one more thing for housekeeping, I just wanted to say please subscribe to my channel. I am working on better content and getting equipment to be able to provide more comedy material, as well as, like the rabbit hole of existential worries and anxieties that we all face. And I hope I get to connect with you guys more, so please stay tuned and talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.